If you guys are looking to buy cheap and reliable FIFA 17 coins, make sure to check out MMOGAH. The link to their website is down in the description and use the code S2G to get yourself a 3% off on your purchase. Now Callum Wilson has got the ball back. Callum Wilson, can he score from here? Just outside the box, he decides to curl this one into the back of the net, and that is a perfect strike from Callum Wilson. Hey guys, how's it going? It is S2G and welcome to the 10th episode of the Bournemouth Career Mode series. First of all, I want to apologize for not uploading in these past few days. My exams were going on, but now they are over, and hopefully in the upcoming weeks I will be able to upload daily. But in today's episode, we've got a lot of transfer stuff to get through. Besides that, we've got some interesting games in both the Premier League and the EFL Cup. If you guys are enjoying this series, make sure to drop a like on this video. 100 likes would be greatly appreciated, and make sure to subscribe for more FIFA 17 content. In the last episode, we were trying to make some signings. We were trying to bring in a right back and a left back, and as you guys know, our transfer budget is very low indeed, so we can't really sign any of the big right backs and left backs, the popular ones. So we are going to try and sign Riza Turmizi from Real Betis and Andy Najjar, two really good full backs, and hopefully we can bring them in this episode. I've put in offers for both those players and we will see what happens. Well, Anderlecht have actually rejected the offer for Andy Najjar, but we don't really have the money to bring him in right now, so I'll wait until some of my players get sold or some of these youngsters get loaned out, which will free up some space in the wage department. Hopefully by the end of this episode we will be done with all the transfer signings. At least that is the aim. And well, we've got some pretty interesting games in today's episode. Before we talk about that, if you guys want to suggest any transfers, any sort of that stuff, drop a comment down. I read pretty much every single comment. This is how the Premier League is looking right now. We are in 6th place after playing 20 games, which I think is amazing. The board wanted us to just avoid relegation, and we are in the top 6 fighting for a Europa League spot. I think that is just fantastic. 33 points. We are definitely going to avoid relegation, 100%. There's no doubt about that. It's now just time to, take it to the next level. Hopefully, we can finish in a Europa League spot. That would be amazing. In this episode, we've got Hull City and Watford in the Premier League. And after beating Arsenal in our previous Premier League game, I think we should be able to beat these two teams. And we've also got the EFL Cup second leg semi-finals, of course, against Palace. We need to win that game to progress, so hopefully we will win that. You guys voted for Pickford as your informed player of the previous episode. 54% of you guys voted for him. He kept just one clean sheet, but he made some crucial saves. So for the second time in this series, Pickford wins informed player of the episode. And moving on to a press conference now. The first question is from Gavin M. If you could keep any player forever, who would it be? I think by this question he means in this series. So I think a player to keep forever in this series would definitely be Christian Pulisic. I'm enjoying using him so much. He's our top scorer this season. He just is amazing in this game. 7 goals, 3 assists for me. He's right now 77 rated and he's just 18. And if I wanted to keep a player forever in this series, it'll definitely be Christian Pulisic. Moving on to our next question from Macaroos Gaming. What do you think? Do you want to be an international manager? Not really, man. I want to just focus on improving Bournemouth and making them one of the best teams in the world. So I don't think I will be looking to become an international manager. A lot of offers have come in, but I've been rejecting all of them. That is pretty much it for today's press conference. If you guys have any more press conference questions, feel free to drop them down in the comments section below, and I'll try and answer as many as I can in the upcoming episodes. Now time to face Hull City away from home, and I made a few changes to my team, like I brought in Sermon, but it's still pretty much a very strong team. King is playing this one, Jordan Ibe is playing this one, well, only because of fitness reasons, but eventually it's still a strong team. Let's put in a good performance against Hull and potentially get all 3 points. We've got the first chance of this game. Jack Wilshere finds Jordan Ibe, who gets the shot off, but the Hull City keeper makes a pretty good save, keeping Hull in this game. A chance now for Hull, who were actually creating a lot of opportunities after that attack we had, and this was a massive chance for them to score. A great long shot from outside the box, of course, but it went just wide. Another chance now for Hull City in the second half. They started the second half really well. Abel Hernandez finds Henriksen, who does score. Pickford probably could have kept that one out, not too sure about that. It was a good attack from Hull City and they were just relentless even after that. They've got now another chance. Here's Ndiaye, who finds Ryan Mason, the former Spurs player, who gets the shot off. He curls that one in and Pickford has zero chance of saving that. And it's now 2-0 to Hull City. What are we doing losing to Hull? 2-0 away from home. So I'm making some changes right now. I've brought on Max Gradel, who's going to be playing down that left-hand side. Fraser in cam and Wilson as well. We get a lifeline from this free kick as Gradel bangs this one in. What a strike that was from Max Gradel. Super sub, and he now gives us a chance to at least equalize in this game. A fantastic free kick there from him. Just superb stuff. And it's now 2-1 to Hull. Of course, we've got time left, but maybe they could just steal this game. Pickford with a massive save. It then hit the crossbar, I believe. But Pickford has kept us in this game now. And now we are pressing them so high up the field. As you can see, Gradel gets the ball back, finds Wilson, and the defensive mistake from Hull costs them. And of course, Callum Wilson gets us the equaliser. Gradel, the super sub, man. What a performance from him in this game. I mean, he just came on, played about like 40 minutes or so, even less than that maybe. He got himself a goal and an assist. Just a superb performance there from him. After that game, the board are saying that our board expectations or board objectives are not on track, especially the financial one, which is to increase the club's worth within 2 seasons. I'm not sure how do we increase that, maybe by new signings, so I'm not really sure about that. If you guys know how do I increase those financial objective, or basically how do I complete it, drop a comment and let me know. The youth development and brand exposure one is complete, so that's pretty good. And the domestic success one should be done by the end of the season, apart from the FA Cup one, because we got knocked out of that competition. Anyways, we are now going to be making our first signing of this transfer window, and it's Riza Dormizi from Real Betis, 73 rated, 23 years old. He's going to be our left back for a long time. One interesting fact about him is that he's got 4-star skill moves, so he's a pretty skillful player. He's got a good long shot on him as well, so he's going to be pretty useful for us, you know, popping in with goals occasionally, and that's what I expect from him, apart from being defensively solid. Really expecting big things from Riza Dormizi. So Daniels will leave the club now. And yeah, he served the club well. It's now time for him to leave. And the same for Andy Smith. We are going to be selling him and bringing in Andy Najad. Well, I'm pretty sure it's not Andy Smith, it's Adam Smith. Apologies for that. We are going to be offering 1.5 million plus Smith for Najad, and Anderlecht have accepted the offer. So that's pretty good. So we will be getting our second signing of the transfer window sorted as well. £20,000 per week, 4 years, in fact 5 years. And let's give him important first team player role. He should be accepting that as a contract offer. So we will be having new fullbacks joining us in this transfer window. That is 1 position or 2 positions I believe we were lacking, especially in terms of squad depth. But now that's not the case. Our team is looking pretty solid, and next season when we get the additional money and a lot of money to spend, I think we can really make this team amazing. I'm really excited to see how this series progresses, because things are going really well for us so far. We've got a 6 million offer for Benica Fobe from Cagliari. That is a pretty decent offer. But I'm not looking to sell Afobe for anything less than 10, because yes, I'm not using him that much, but I believe he is a £10 million worth player, or at least I believe I can get that much money for him. Now time to face Watford in the Premier League after getting a draw in our previous game. I would really love to win this one, and unfortunately I had to make a lot of changes to the team because of the fact we are playing Crystal Palace in the EFL Cup Semi-Finals, and that's in a couple of days, and I'm focusing on that game because that is my shot at winning some silverware with Bournemouth, and I don't want to miss that because it's going to be rare for us to win silverware in this series, and we can't really let those chances get away from us. Watford were just too good in this game. They had great chances to score, and I don't know what was happening. We were conceding bangers left, right and centre, and this one was a fantastic goal from, I think it was Amrabat. What a strike, man, what a strike. In the previous game we conceded a really good goal, and now we've done it again. Hopefully we can score one now. That's a great pass from Callum Wilson. Stanislas gets it down really well. Still Stanislas gets the pass off. He goes down inside the box, and we get a penalty. A chance for Callum Wilson to get his goal tally up and also bring us back in this game against Watford. But what did I do, man? That was just an awful penalty. I don't know why I switched. I changed my decision to go left instead of right. I really don't know why I did that. And that kind of cost us, as we did miss that penalty. Here's Okaka for Watford now. Takes it back. Finds Amrabat, who gets the shot off. But Boruc, man, the legend, makes a great save. Still 1-0 to Watford, and we aren't able to create any chances to get back in this game. Watford relentlessly attacking. Mbaye Niang hits this one down to Troy Deeney. Deeney plays it through in behind into Mbaye Niang, who gets the shot off, but luckily for us, it just goes wide. On the follow through, I think our defender did actually take out the man, so we are lucky to not concede a penalty there. Harry Arter plays it through into Jack Wilshere. What a chance for Jack Wilshere to score. But what's he done, man? He really should be scoring those chances. And To be fair, guys, we didn't deserve to win. We didn't deserve to draw. I guess it was a fair result, losing out to Watford. We've got to start getting good results against the smaller sides in the Premier League. I mean, we've beaten Chelsea comfortably. We've beaten Arsenal comfortably, but we're struggling against Hull and, of course, you know, teams like Watford. We've got to be more consistent. Anyways, guys, we've just signed Andy Najjar from Anderlecht. He's going to be a great player for us. And another fun fact, he's got 4-star skill moves as well. So technically, our fullbacks are more skillful than our wingers, which is a funny thing. But that's going to be useful as we're going to have a lot of, you know, fullbacks overlapping constantly, giving us another attacking option. And on career mode, especially facing up against the AI, I think that's going to be really helpful. Can't wait to try out Andy Najjar. Also, Durmizi was decent in the first game. Not really many highlights of him because we were not that great against Watford. But hopefully in the upcoming games, he will produce some magic moments or at least be defensively solid. A £30,000 contract offer for Jordan I because he wanted a, you know, increase in his wages, so we will be offering that. Cagliari are willing to pay $7.5 million for Benik Afobe. I honestly just should have accepted this because $7.5 million for a 75 rated player is pretty good, but I was just trying to get as much money as I can, so I countered with £10 million and eventually they did reject that. So disappointed with that. In fact, I tried being cheeky and I countered with £9.9 million, which doesn't make sense at all because it's pretty much the same amount of money. But I thought, you know what, let's just see what Cagliari come back and say. Anyways, we'll talk about transfers later as we've got probably one of our biggest games of this season, an EFL Cup Semi-Finals, a chance to get to the finals and have a shot at winning some silverware this season. Probably our only chance, in fact definitely our only chance of winning some silverware this season. The team's a bit changed from the previous game because of fitness reasons, especially the midfield. Loftus-Cheek and Cook come in, but Pulisic does start this one, but Callum Wilson, who isn't fully fit, also starts this one, so I might have to sub him off. But yeah, the team isn't my best team, but I think it's good enough to beat Crystal Palace. We've got the first chance. Pulisic does well to find Cook. Cook with a great opportunity to put us in the lead, but Mandanda gets down pretty quickly and makes a great save. And now we are comfortably in possession, but we've just given the ball away. What was Najjar doing there? Not the best of debuts, at least so far for him. We've given away a chance for Crystal Palace to score, but luckily they did miss that. Andy Najjar not looking comfortable on his debut, which isn't good. But now as Will Hughes placing a great pass in behind the Palace defence, but Jordan I can't finish, man. Very poor finish indeed from Jordan I, but now we've got an opportunity. Callum Wilson finds Cook. Cook plays it into Pulisic, turns the defender, gets away from a couple of plays, gets the shot off, and that's a brilliant goal there from the American youngster Christian Pulisic. Puts us into the lead against Crystal Palace, and on aggregate we are now going to be progressing into the next round of the EFL Cup, which of course is the finals. It was actually given as an own goal. I was really annoyed at that, but anyways, Andy Najjar getting a shot off. And I told you guys, these fullbacks we've got are pretty skillful. They're going to pop in with goals, and he was very close to scoring a, you know, banger, a goal of the month there, but unfortunately his shot hit the post. And in this game, guys, we were much better than the previous two. We were really creating a lot of opportunities, getting into good positions, and Will Hughes, he had a great chance to end this game, make it 2-0, but unfortunately he did miss. But overall in this game, we were definitely the better side. Another opportunity for us, Callum Wilson, well, it was a difficult angle, so, well, let's not bash him too much for that. Also, because of the away goals rule, if Palace do score now, they will be going through, and they've got a massive chance. What is Cargill doing? It's Mahmoud Sakho in the box. Pickford makes a big save, and Benteke, what's he doing there? And Townsend with the shot, but luckily for us, he's missed. Oh my god, we could have been kicked out of the EFL Cup. Thankfully that didn't happen, and we are now going to be playing a final in this series. I'm so excited for that game. Hopefully we can win it as well. Anyways, Cagliari, as I said, have rejected the deal to bring in Benik Afobe, so that's kind of disappointing. Also, Afobe sent me a message. He's not happy with his game time that he's getting. He's not the best of strikers in this game, I'm going to be honest, and I'm probably going to sell him in the summer transfer window because I prefer Joshua King and, of course, Callum Wilson. We've got a monthly scouting update, so let's see if we've got any talented players. This Millet guy is pretty garbage. Yeah, so we will be rejecting him, but Yannick Albert looks pretty decent, 71 to 94 potential. Let us sign him up. We will just be rejecting the rest, but well, I'm really happy to get into a final, especially with a team like Bournemouth. It's going to be amazing. Next episode, you guys will find out who we'll be facing. In the league, things are going well for us. I mean, 7th is not that bad. Yes, today's results in the league wasn't the best, but I think it's pretty decent nevertheless. But besides that, guys, this is how our team looks. We're not going to be making any more transfers. It looks pretty good, and we really don't have money actually to make transfers. Maybe a pre-contract deal of a cheap player. Not too sure about that. You guys can drop in your suggestions. Next episode, we've got deadline day. Potentially a few players could leave. We could maybe bring in a couple of players. Not too sure about that though. Next episode, some really tough Premier League games, Everton, City, etc. But before we end this episode, it's time for you guys to vote for your informed player of the episode. Your first nominee is Max Gradel for a goal and an assist against Hull City. A very good performance indeed. And your second nominee is, of course, Christian Pulisic, who was good throughout this episode, but unfortunately wasn't given that goal because I don't know why. The game is just stupid. But that's pretty much it for this episode. Vote by clicking that eye on the top right of the screen. Subscribe for more FIFA 17 content. Drop a like if you have enjoyed. And I will see you guys very soon with another episode of this series.